Higher gas prices, they are going to hurt, flat out. But President Biden does have a few options to lessen the sting. The president could suspend the federal gas tax. It's 18 cents a gallon right now. He could allow winter gasoline to be used during the summertime. Right now, the EPA mandates a cleaner form of gas from June 1st to September 15th because the winter gas blend is usually cheaper. Option 3. Release more petroleum from the country's reserves, something the president has already done, as Willie was saying. Finally, increase domestic energy production, something that would go against the president's energy commitments and really displease his base like environmentalists. I want to bring in RT Trevino tonight. He's the vice president of operation at Pecos Country Operating, a privately owned oil and gas exploration and production company out of Fort Worth. RT, President Biden warned oil and gas companies and financial firms about what he said is exploitation, maybe jacking up prices, padding their bottom line. By all accounts, the gas stations aren't making a whole lot more money during this time. Who is profiting?
Putin right now, and so is Saudi Arabia. Those are the places that are profiting right now. Right now, it's just a darn shame that we are not drilling here in America to actually lower the cost of a barrel of oil. Like your reporter said beforehand, had we had the Keystone Pipeline on right now, that would take up all the oil that Russia is importing, and we would not even be at this high of a price right now with that.
So the White House says oil companies right now in the U.S. are sitting on about 9,000 approved unused drilling permits. I know the industry balks saying, well, that's kind of skewing things a bit. But either way, just talk to us as a real person, because, you know, we see the energy execs up there sitting in this fancy conference room at the banquet table, you know, looking nice. And most of us are saying, how are we going to pay for this? How fast could those 9,000 drilling permits get online, start producing? Could it be next month?
If every single one of those permits was actually affordable to drill on, if every one of them was actually, you know, already geology had already been done, we wouldn't see actually any real effect for being conservative 3 months. If this administration said drill, baby, drill, that if President Biden said oil and gas companies, I have your back, we could start up tomorrow, but it would still take 30 days to actually flip the switch on, and then another 60 to 90 days to actually get production up. We could actually feel some relief after about 3 months.
Few months. Okay, let me ask you this. The White House is touting that it's going to release 30 million barrels from the strategic reserve. I was reading on PBS, we use about 20 million barrels a day here in the U.S. Is 30 million going to make a dent?
It's the same thing that he did in November, and everybody felt it for a couple of days. They saw it go down maybe 5 or 10 cents, and it went right back up. That is nothing more than just a Band-Aid on this right now.
Okay. So, final thing I wanted to ask you. We're talking about the urgency of energy independence. We have been talking about the urgency of energy independence for a few decades at this point. Now we're back at it again. Is total energy independence actually possible?
Yes, it is actually possible. We do need to, you said it right, we do consume 20 million barrels of oil a day here in America. We need to be able to produce more than 20 million barrels of oil a day and refine 20 million barrels of oil a day to actually get to that true energy independence. And let's call it what it is, energy security. It's very important that we get to that level of energy security and independence.
We've been hearing it's very important for a very long time, and at these moments of crisis, you realize why people are talking about that. And I should say, a lot of people also want renewables rather than just fossil fuels. RT Trevino, we appreciate it. Thank you.